Hello, good morning children. How are you all? Okay, I hope all of you are listening to the videos. Now, in this video, I am going to explain class 6 history 4 chapter in the earliest cities, the part 3. Okay, so in the previous video, you have learned how the Harappans designs, the building styles and later life in the cities and the crafts in the cities. What are the sources from the sources? What the historians told us? Everything you learned. Now let's see. In search of raw materials. Already you have learned that for the raw materials they have the kings and rulers they have sent their people to far places for so many metals. So in which for what places they have gone, what they brought. Now let's see. In search of raw materials. In search of raw materials. Okay, in search of raw materials. Let's see. Raw materials are substances that are either found naturally or produced by farmers or herders. Raw materials means, of course, these will be produced by farmers or herders. Here, raw materials means these are then processed to produce finished goods. So, by using those raw materials, the craft persons, they will produce goods, finished goods. For example, cotton produced by farmers. Cotton, how it will come? The farmers will grow cotton. So, cotton is a raw material and cotton is used to make the cloth. So, to prepare the cloth, cotton is a raw material. Cotton, for example, cotton produced by farmers is a raw material that may be processed to make cloth. While some of the raw materials that the Harappans used were available locally. Many items such as copper, tin, gold, silver and precious stones had to be brought from distant places. That means the expensive, costly metals, for example, copper, tin, gold, silver, okay, bronze, all these metals, they were brought from outside, distant places. The Harappans probably got copper from present-day Rajasthan and even from women in West Asia. That means they have gone out of the country also. So many far places they have gone and they have brought these metals. Tin, which was mixed with copper to produce bronze, to prepare bronze, this tin was mixed with copper. So by the mixture of tin and copper is made as bronze. Okay, may have been brought from present-day Afghanistan and Iran. Gold could have come all the way from present-day Karnataka and precious stones from present-day Gujarat, Iran and Afghanistan. So, like this, from different places, they have brought all these metals. Next, food for people in the cities. So, how? What was the food? Food for the people. That means what type of crops were grown, what was the food by that time. Now see. While many people lived in the cities, others living in the countryside grew crops and reared animals. Normally village people what they will do? They will grow crops and they will rear animals. Here also they have done this only. These farmers and herders supplied food to craft persons, scribes and rulers in the cities. We know from remains of plants that the Harappans grew wheat, barley, pulses, peas, rice, sesame, linseed and mustard. So whatever the sources were available from that historians told us that these Harappans they have cultivated wheat, barley, pulses, peas, rice, sesame, linseed and mustard. Like these crops they have grown. Anu told the plough was used to dig the earth for turning the soil and planting seeds. They have given picture here children. See plough picture. Okay, this one. Next. While real ploughs which were probably made of wood have not survived, toy models have been found. Because by that time wood thing means till now it's already 5000 years ago. That means till now they can't survive. Only Thai models were available to us now. So keeping those in mind, they have said that maybe by the time these wooden plows were made. As this region does not receive heavy rainfall, some form of irrigation may have been used. This means that water was stored and supplied to the fields when the plants were growing. So that by the time, now it's a present day Pakistan means little sandy area. That means there not that much of rainfall is there. That's why what they have done, they have implemented irrigation system. That means that whenever rain comes, they have stored the water and they have used the irrigation methods. That stored water were supplied to the fields when the plants were growing. The Harappans reared cattle, sheep, goat and buffalo. Water and pastures were available around settlements. However, in the dry summer months, large herds of animals were probably taken to greater distances in search of grass and water. They also collected fruits like bear, caught fish and hunted wild animals like the antelope. So they have caught fish and hunted animals. They have collected fruits like bear. Okay. So that means they have used all the crops, fruits, vegetables, animals, everything. Fish also they used for their food. Now, a closer look. Harappan towns in Gujarat. The city of Dholavira was located in Khadirbeth in the Rann of Kanch, where there was fresh water and fertile soil. So here they are saying to know more about this Harappan culture, they have captured Dholavira, city of Dholavira. Okay, here this fresh water is available. Fresh water and fertile soil is there. Fresh water and fertile soil was available there. Unlike some of the other Harappan cities which were divided into two parts, Dholavira was divided into three parts. This city was divided into three parts. Here what were available? Fresh water and fertile soil also available. And each part was surrounded with massive stone walls with entrances through gateways. So for each part there was a compound wall and massive gateway. That means big compound walls, big gates are there by the time they have constructed. There was also a large open area in the settlement where public ceremonies could be held. So they have kept some place for public ceremonies also. Other finds include large letters of the Harappan script that were carved out of white stone and perhaps inlaid in wood. So there were some inscriptions were there where they were written on large white stones and some were in wood. This is a unique find as generally Harappan writing has been found on small objects such as seals. So including those inscriptions, here some of these on the stamps, seals also we can know the Harappan culture. Like example they have given some seals, seals with any animal picture. The city of Lothal stood beside a tributary of the Sabarmati in Gujarat, close to the Gulf of Khambat. It was situated near areas where raw materials such as semi-precious stones were easily available. This was an important center for making objects out of stone, shell and metal. So some semi-precious stones also available to the historians, and they were made out of stone, shell and metal. There was also a storehouse in the city. Many seals and sealings were found in this storehouse. So they have constructed some storehouses also, and in those storehouses what were available? Seals and sealings. Sealings means the impression of seals on clay. That means models, clay models, okay, were found in this storehouse. A building that was found here was probably a workshop for making beads, pieces of stone, half-made beads, tools for bead making and finished beads have all been found here. So in those stones, in those storehouses, all these things, pieces of stones, beads, and some chains, tools for bead making, all these were available, found there in those that storehouse. Next, the mystery of the end. So how this Harappan culture came to an end? Let's see. Around 3900 years ago, we find the beginning of a major change. People stopped living in many of the cities. Writing, seals and weights were no longer used. Afterwards, this writing they stopped and seals were of no use. Raw materials brought from long distances became rare. In Mohenjo-daro, we find that garbage piled up on the streets, the drainage system broke down, and new, less impressive houses were built even over the streets. That means afterwards, earlier, at the beginning of the Harappan culture, they have taken all the measures for the construction of the cities, drainages, houses, everything they have planned nightly. But what it happened, we don't know. But after 3900 years ago, all those measures they have stopped in implementation. There were in Mohenjo-daro city, there were piles of garbages were found, and normal buildings, normal houses were constructed. Okay, without any proper measures. Why did all this happen? We are not sure. Some scholars suggest that the rivers dried up, maybe due to drought. That means when there are no crops, no money will be there, and people will not show interest to construct like this big with all facilities houses. Others suggest that there was deforestation. Some historians they said maybe deforestation. Those people for the construction of cities and all they cut down forests and this led to famine like that. Some suggested. This could have happened because fuel was required for baking bricks and for smelting copper ores. Maybe but for the deforestation also for the fuel or to make the things like that they have cut like that. Some suggested. Besides, grazing by large herds of cattle, sheep and goat may have destroyed the green cover. So all these reasons they have said for cattle food like the deforestation may be happened. They have overgrazed. It seems like that they have said. In some areas there were floods, but none of these reasons can explain the end of all the cities. So whatever they thought, they have said the reasons for the end of this Harappan culture. But we are not sure. We don't have any certain real ideas, real clues. What was the end of the Harappan culture? Flooding or a river drying up would have had an effect in only some areas. It appears as if the rulers lost control, or maybe the rulers lost control. In any case, the effects of the change are quite clear. Cities in Sindh and West Punjab were abandoned. That means no people were there. Okay. While many people moved into newer, smaller settlements to the east and the south. So, in all those Sindh and Punjab areas, the people left their houses and they have migrated to some new places, new towns. New cities emerged about 1400 years later. We will read about them in chapters 6 and 9. Okay. So, this is the lesson, children. In the earlier cities, we don't have those many proper evidences. What was the reason for the end of this Harappan culture? I hope you understood this content, children. Thank you. Have a nice day.